My hands were sweating. My heart was racing so fast I could hear it in my ears. I was sitting in a cold waiting room, wearing my best suit, staring at my resume like it was written in a foreign language. Well, for me, it kind of was. The door opened. A woman looked at me and said, "Nina, we are ready for you." And that was the moment I realized my English was about to be tested for real. This was not a classroom. This was not an app. This was my career. If you have ever felt terrified about having a job interview in English, today's episode is for you. I am going to tell you the story of that day, the questions that almost made me freeze, and the secrets I wish someone had told me before I walked in that room. Hi guys, I'm Nina and welcome back to the podcast. But before we get into the story, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button right now. Every week I share real stories, real vocabulary, and real tips to help you go from understanding English in class to understanding it in real life. And if you are preparing for a job interview right now, give this episode a like for good luck. Seriously, you've got this. Okay, let's go back to that waiting room. I had studied English for years. I knew the grammar. I knew the verbs. I had practiced conversations with my teacher. But when the interviewer sat down, smiled at me, and asked the very first question, the most basic, most common question in any job interview, my mind went completely blank. The question was, "So, tell me about yourself." And in my head, I started thinking about my dog, my hobbies, my favorite food, not exactly what she was looking for. So here's lesson number 1. Tell me about yourself is not an invitation to share your life story. It is a professional highlights reel. Think of it as your 30-second trailer. Focus on 3 things: your background, your main strength, and why you are excited to be there. That's it. Short, clear, confident. Then came the question. You know which one? The one that makes every single person panic. What is your greatest weakness? I remember the little conversation happening inside my head. If I say I am always late, they will not hire me. If I say I am perfect, they will think I am lying. And I almost said the most cliche answer in the history of job interviews. I'm a perfectionist. Please, do not say that. Interviewers have heard it 10,000 times. Here is the trick. Choose a real weakness, but a minor one. And then, most importantly, show how you are working to fix it. For example, I used to struggle with organization, but now I use a digital planner every day to stay on track. That answer shows self-awareness. It shows growth. And that is exactly what interviewers love to hear. About halfway through the interview, the recruiter started talking fast. Very fast. And I did not understand the question. In that moment, I had 2 choices. Option 1, pretend I understood and give a random answer. Spoiler alert, bad idea. Option 2, ask her to repeat. I chose option 2. But I did not just say, "What?" because in a professional setting, that sounds a little abrupt. Instead, I use these phrases. "Could you please rephrase that?" Or, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again, please?" And you know what happened? She smiled. She repeated the question, and we moved on, Asking for clarification is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you are confident enough to communicate even when things get difficult. That is a professional skill. Okay, let's pause the story for a quick vocabulary break. Here are 5 words and expressions that will make you sound polished and professional in any job interview. Background: your professional history, where you studied, where you worked. Skill set: the things you are good at. Coding. Speaking, organizing, managing. Team player: someone who works well with other people. Fast-paced environment: a workplace where things move quickly and there is always something happening. Goal-oriented: someone who stays focused on results and getting things done. Write those down. Practice using them in a sentence today. The more natural they sound coming out of your mouth, the more confident you will feel when it counts. So, did I get the job? That day, I didn't, but here's the thing. I got something better. I lost my fear, because I realized that a job interview is not a performance. It is not a test with a perfect score. It is a conversation between 2 human beings. And the more conversations you have, the better you get. Simple as that. Before you go, I have a little homework for you. Go to the comments section right now and answer this question in English. What is your greatest professional strength? Write your answer. I will read every single comment and I will give you feedback. This is your chance to practice in a safe, friendly space. And if this episode helped you, share it with a friend who has an interview coming up. You might just be the reason they walk in that room with confidence. And now, one last thing. I know that preparing for an interview in English feels overwhelming. I know the fear is real. I know what it feels like to sit in that waiting room and wonder if your English is good enough. But I need you to hear this. The version of you that is practicing today is already so much more prepared than I was. Every vocabulary word you learn, every sentence you practice out loud, every episode you listen to is making you stronger. You are not behind. You are building. And one day, someone is going to open that door and say your name, and you are going to walk in there ready. Keep practicing. Stay brave. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, and take care.